Welcome to another EMOM, every minute on the minute. We're going to change the movement that we invite into our bodies so we can have a 4-minute, 8-minute, 12-minute, 16 or 20-minute workout. I love these movements so much. I can't wait to share them with you today. But first, I'm going to let you know that in my strength training group, we are talking about trusting our process. So the whole class and the movements that we do are all about trusting the process you have to get to the strength place that you want to be in. It's all about trusting your process, letting go of the past, and being right here in the present moment, knowing that whatever you have to offer yourself is a part of the process of learning, understanding, becoming anything it is that you want to become. So let's go ahead and get started today. The 4 movements that I have for you, we're going to start with Turkish sit-ups, option to do regular sit-ups, of course. Then we're going to do thrusters. Then we're going to do a cardio choice, and then we're going to do bird dogs. So again, it will be Turkish sit-ups or sit-ups, thrusters, cardio choice, and then we're going to do bird dogs. Each minute we'll change those movements. Let's go ahead and get started with explaining what these look like. Our first movement, a Turkish sit-up. We come on down onto the ground, and we're going to grab a dumbbell. Now this dumbbell, you're going to hold above your head and above your eye line straight towards the ceiling. You can extend your legs long, but when you come up, they may bend. That's okay. And the goal of this is to punch the dumbbell towards the ceiling, not to reach it overhead or in front of you. So just like a crunch, when we have our hands behind our head and we're aiming towards the ceiling with our nose without caving our chin down, the Turkish sit-up, we are also aiming towards the ceiling without turning our chin down. So here we go. We're going up to the ceiling and we are reaching. Now the goal of this is to go for 1 minute. So I recommend you can start light and then you can start to go heavier as you go along if that's what you need. You can also opt to set it down after you do maybe 10 and finish out your minute with some crunches. And you can go into regular sit-ups. So please choose the option that feels good to you, challenging yourself, but knowing that a part of your process is learning what works for you, not giving yourself the business if it's something that feels hard, but knowing what's available to you now and trying it again later. Second movement, one of my favorites, thrusters. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take 2 dumbbells and we're going to lift them up onto the shoulders here. We're going to drop into a squat and then push press overhead. So when we stand here, our weight is usually in our forefoot, in the front of our foot, and our knees may be caving in a little bit. So rather than feeling that way, bring the heels in slightly, and then I want you to engage in the glutes a little bit, and then you're going to drop your tailbone back behind you and feel your back engage. When I do that, my lower back is engaging and I can feel my body ready to send my butt back and down into the squat. Push through, breathe out and push press overhead. The lower lumbar curve in my spine is maintained as I push through the squat. My butt is behind me and then the dumbbells come overhead when I thrust my hips forward, full hip extension, squeezing in the hips, and then bringing the dumbbells overhead. Butt back, down. Now, this is for a minute, and it's okay to take breaks. Maybe you go to 3, 4, 5, 10, and you put the dumbbells down. You watch your timer. You decide for yourself, okay, I'm gonna pick these up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Putting them on my shoulders, relaxing my shoulders back, bringing my butt back, weight in the heels, knees slightly bent, lower lumbar curve maintained, belly button to spine. I feel work here already. Coming down, pushing up. Now, if coming down is too much for you, you can absolutely go into a half squat. No problem. If your heels come up off the floor, maybe that's where you are today, and that's fine. What does that look like? We're here, half squat, push press overhead. Here, link your movements together so we're not squatting and then push pressing. The thruster is linking the squat and the push press together. 1 minute thrusters. The next thing you're gonna do for your minute cardio of choice, you're gonna break it into maybe jumping jacks, any kind of favorite that you have. You can do ghost jump ropes. I don't have a jump rope on me right now, but I can certainly pretend that I do. A lot of engagement, elbows in. You can come into a lateral movement, a lateral hop. Depending on the intensity and on the impact, you may choose something available to you that feels good in your body. Your process will be revealed as long as you get started. So don't choose not to do it. Pick it up and do it so you know what's available to you. We don't know until we start. 4th minute, bird dogs. One of my favorite hip stability exercises, engaging the posterior chain of muscles. Coming down onto all fours, hands underneath of shoulders, knees underneath of hips. Stretching opposite hand, opposite leg away from me, starting in a position where my pinky is on the floor and my toes are on the floor, and hugging from here. Hips together, belly button to spine, bicep towards my face, inner thigh. I feel engagement here. Pushing through my right hand, I'm gonna lift up and then replace down. Lift up, replace down. Now, you can reach up and away from you and feel how your body may tilt to one side. I want you to gather in that energy, belly button to spine, look down, shoot energy out through your toes and your fingers, lengthen and strengthen. Lengthen out and gather in the muscles in your body before you replace it down. Tendency is for people to rush through. When you rush through, it gets sloppy. Power comes from being able to access the right muscles. So I want you to feel your glutes engage in picking up your leg. I want you to feel the stabilizers in your shoulder and in your hips, getting you to be your hips in one line, strong in your core, and then replacing your limbs back down. This is your time, so use it to access the right things for your strength, not to push through to a level where it feels uncomfortable. When you're finished with that, you can go back up to the top. You can repeat this workout throughout the day or all in a row for a great 20-minute workout.